video, I'm going to talk about the fundamental pieces of how we make an ad campaign. And then in a subsequent demonstration, I'll show you how to build an ad itself. So before we begin, we want to think broadly about why we're running ads. What is the advertising goal we have in mind? And then we want to talk about who the audience is. And then, of course, when we're running advertising, we're spending money. So it's important to think about budget and how money gets spent. Finally, what is we broadly call creative, which is the photos or videos or illustrations, and as well the words, the advertising copy, as we call it, that will be most effective to getting your audience to help you achieve your goal. So we're going to talk about really the first three pieces today, and later on we'll talk about creative. So any ad campaign includes three parts: the campaign, the ad set, and the ad. When we begin to think about campaign, we talk about that question of goal or objective. What are you trying to achieve? And then you should let that inform what you can do on Facebook and who you can target with it. So when we begin a campaign inside Facebook Ad Manager, we are confronted with these three big categories of campaign objectives. There's awareness, there's consideration, and there's conversion. So you can see in the background of this slide, we have a kind of upside down triangle, and that's reflective of what we would say in the for-profit world as a sales funnel. We sometimes flip it in the nonprofit world. We call it the engagement pyramid. But the idea is that there are more people at the top in the awareness phase, and then fewer people in the consideration phase, and fewer people still in the conversion phase. People become aware of your organization or brand. They consider engaging with it. They consider getting that COVID vaccine. They consider going to a webinar. And then they are converted. They are sold. They have agreed to take the action, like sign up for a webinar or get a flu shot. So inside the world of Facebook, when we think of awareness, we think of functions like reach and brand awareness. So here we're trying to reach many, many people, and we're trying to achieve brand awareness. We're trying to make people aware. In the context of health campaigns, this question of brand awareness may be the awareness of a new threat to our community, or a new concern, or perhaps a new facility or clinic or program that people may not be aware of. Reach is also a word in the Facebook world which describes how far our message went. How many people saw our message is often articulated as reach. The second category is consideration. And here we are engaging with people in a variety of ways to invite them to consider what we're offering, whether that's a public service announcement, whether that's an invitation to join a program or webinar, whether that's requesting that they visit their clinic if they have a fever. So these are some of the types of campaigns we can run under consideration. So we can focus on engagement, which refers to likes, comments, and shares. So you're trying to really engage people in conversation and with each other. There's video views. We can essentially buy traffic to our website. And we can also do lead generation. Lead generation is where right inside a Facebook ad, you ask people to typically complete a short form to do something, like sign up for a webinar. So this is the middle phase, consideration. And the third phase is known as conversion. The difference between traffic and conversion is, in traffic, we're essentially buying clicks. We're just saying, yeah, we'd like more people in our target audience to come to our website. In conversion, we're actually investing in getting people to do something when they get to our website. So to return to our webinar example, we might be promoting a webinar about breastfeeding. And if we go with a traffic ad, we just might buy 5,000 clicks. 5,000 visitors come to your website. Facebook is unconcerned with what happens after they get there. With conversion, we're focused on the idea that, okay, those 5,000 people come to our website, but say 500 of them sign up for our webinar. and we want to optimize for the conversion, those people who actually sign up. So we're really trying to get people to take actions. So let's say we've chosen our objective, we've set that out in our campaign, and then the next layer of working in Ad Manager is called ad sets. And it's in ad sets really where we identify our audiences and we set our budget and we identify where our ads are going to run. Understand that we can target audiences based on many of their demographic qualities, by which I mean their age, their gender, where they live, what language they speak, and we can also target them based on what Facebook calls detailed targeting, which are kind of around interests and behaviors. Targeting your audience is a very powerful tool inside Facebook Ad Manager, and it's really worth spending some time thinking about your audiences and then exploring how closely you can match those audiences using the audience tools inside your ad set. Facebook usually finds that the minimum audience is 1,000 people, but in my experience, it's quite impractical to try to advertise to an audience that small. I would say minimum, I would want to target at least 10,000 people. And then a few thoughts about budget. There are a number of ways you can set budgets inside Facebook, and Facebook does kind of tell you, it provides you estimates. I've got a red box around that on the right about roughly what will be the kind of return on your investment for your budget. And this is based on many, many factors, and it's always changing because the marketplace for people's attention inside Facebook is also changing. So it's dependent on factors about what country you're advertising in, what targeting you're doing. Generally, the more specific audience you're targeting, it's a little bit more expensive, but again, you're likely to get better results. So placements, this is the third section under ad sets, and placements refer to where your ads are going to run. There are, broadly speaking, 4 categories where you can run ads. They are Facebook, Instagram, Messenger or Facebook Messenger, and what's called the Audience Network. A network of websites that Facebook has a relationship with where your ads may appear. I think if you're just starting out with ads, it's best to just start with Facebook and Instagram to keep things a little simpler. That's just a little exploration of some of the broader thinking around how to build a campaign and thinking about objectives, and then some more nitty-gritty details on ad sets and how ad sets work.